Good day, everyone. Welcome to Cookery Class.
Hello students, listen to me. Let the story TLE. The subject that brings out the best in everybody, and it includes you and me. Agriculture, ICT, industrial arts, HE. All these components will help you to get ready, so you can reach your goals and dreams. Let the story TLE. Let the story come with me. All of the knowledge and all of the skills will help you to be life ready. Will help you to be life ready.
I am your teacher for today, Ma'am Rosalie Cornelia. Before we start, let's put ourselves in the presence of our living God. Let us pray. Lord, through source of light and wisdom, give me a keen sense of understanding, a retentive memory, and the capacity to grasp things correctly. Grant me the grace to be refined in my actions and the skills to express myself with thoroughness and clarity. Be with me at the start of my work, guide its progress, and bring it to the success. Amen. Few things to remember before we continue. Prepare your pen and your paper. Choose the best place for learning. Watch this video lesson. Be attentive. And always practice note-taking. Let's boost your mind when doing this quick game. Direction. There are set of ingredients given. Tables were categorized as spice, herbs, and seasoning. All you need to do is to categorize them accordingly. This game will run for 3 minutes. Let's play. Good job, everyone. Before we proceed, what are those expectations you are going to see in this video lesson? First, you need to identify all the ingredients used in making stocks. Second, you need to produce any variety of stocks according to its availability and standard. Lastly, you need to appreciate the value of stocks in preparing a variety of dishes. Let's test your knowledge if you have something in your mind with regards to our lesson. Let's have your pre-test. Direction. Read the following statements below. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. It is a flavorful liquid made by simmering meaty bones and vegetables with herbs and spices until flavor is extracted. Letter A, glaze. Letter B, stock. Letter C, sauce. Letter D, water. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. The correct answer is letter B, stock. Number 2 question. What kind of stock uses fish as its main ingredients? Letter A, brown stock. Letter B, fish stock. Letter C, glazed viand. Letter D, ham stock. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. The correct answer is letter B, fish stock. Number 3. As a rule, which of the following should not be added to the stock because it may cause saltiness? A, MSG. B, salt. C, spices. D, sugar. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. The correct answer is letter B, salt. Number 4. If Christine will use chicken bone as its main ingredients, what kind of stock will she produce? A, fish stock. B, salt. C, spices. D, chicken stock. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. The correct answer is letter D, chicken stock. Number 5. It is a bundle of fresh herbs added to a stock to enhance its flavor and aroma. A, bones. B, bouquet garni. C, mirepoix. Letter D, scraps. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. The correct answer is letter B, bouquet garni. Good job, everyone. There are words that may sound confusing that you may encounter during the duration of this video lesson. What are those words? So those words are the following. Mirepoix. It is made from finely diced vegetables such as onions, celery, and carrots. Cook lightly with short amount of fat like butter or oil. Herbs. It is a type of plant whose leaves are used in cooking to give flavor to a particular dish. Aromatics. It is a plant emitting a pleasant and distinctive smell. Seasoning. It is a substance, such as salt, an herb, or a spice that is added to a food to improve its flavor. Spices. It is a part of a plant, such as seed, fruit, root, bark, or other plant substance primarily used for flavoring or coloring food. We are now on our new topic, which is all about principles of preparing stocks. Here are 5 questions. Number 1. What is stock? How is it important in preparing a dishes? Number 2. What is the difference between stock and broth? Number 3. What are the types of stocks? Number 4.
Differentiate between spices, herbs, and seasonings. And lastly, number 5, discuss how to prepare a stock.
We love eating foods, right? Every sumptuous dishes that we may consume, the only thing that reminds us is the flavor and aroma that blends all together that give us satisfactions and more cravings. Flavor may enhance by using all the ingredients with a manner of cooking techniques. Instead of using plain water to make your dish savory, why not we use stock? Stocks. It is a flavorful liquid that comes from a simmering meaty bones of meat, poultry, fish, and shellfish with a right amount of aromatics that gives flavor, body, aroma, and nutritive value that gives body to our dish. Stocks is the foundation of any cooking.
Stocks is synonymous with broth. They only differ in the use of the ingredients. Broth is something you sip while stock is not. Broth is designed to be flavorful and tasty rather than the stock.
Classification of stocks. These are the following: chicken stock, white stock, brown stock, and fish stock. Chicken stock.
It is prepared by simmering chicken bones along with aromatics and seasonings.
White stock.
It is prepared by simmering beef or veal bones along with aromatics and seasonings.
Brown stock.
It is prepared by browning the beef or veal bone in the oven before simmering along with aromatics and seasonings.
Fish stock.
It is prepared by simmering fish bones left over 3 minutes along with aromatics and seasonings.
Ingredients in preparing stocks. Bones.
It is the flavor and body of the stock that comes from the bones of beef, chicken, pork, and fish.
Mirepoix.
It is the French term used that combines the coarsely chopped onions, carrots, and celery used to flavor the stocks. Helps to dissolve the
Acid
connective
products.
tissues and extract the natural flavor coming from the bones. Scraps and
Scraps and
leftovers.
leftovers.
Scraps is a bit or pieces of food that can be used in preparing stocks. Leftover is the amount that remains uneaten. This is an assortment
Bouquet
of fresh
garni.
herbs and aromatic ingredients tied in a bundle with its tree so it can be removed easily from the stock. It is an aromatic or
Spices.
pungent vegetable substance used to flavor the foods. What can you say about this picture? These are all examples of herbs and spices. How do they differ? So when we say herbs, this is a type of plant whose leaves are used in cooking to give flavor to a particular dish. When we say spice, it is usually composed of seeds, fruits, fruit, bark, or other plant substance primarily used for flavoring or cooking food. Seasonings. It is a combination or blending of all spices and herbs used to flavor the food.
Guidelines in preparing stocks. The stock ingredients are boiled, starting with a cold water. Stocks are simmered gently. Salt is not added to a stock. Remove the scums that rises on the surface of our stocks. Let's answer your guide questions. What is stocks? How is it important in preparing a dishes?
Stock is a flavorful liquid coming from a simmering bones of meat, poultry, fish, and shellfish. Stock used also as a base or foundation of any dishes.
What is the difference between stocks and broth?
Stock is the way you cook your liquid that gives more flavor to your dish through the process of simmering and extracting the flavors of the bones and some other aromatics. Broth is the way of cooking the way around through the process of simmering and extracting the flavors, the meat, and some other aromatics.
What are those types of stocks?
Stocks are the following: chicken stock, white stock, brown stock, and fish stock.
Differentiate spices, herbs, and seasonings.
Spices, herbs, and seasonings comes from a plant that serves as an aromatics and gives a pungent flavor to a certain dish. They are all differ based on what part of a plant does they belong. Herbs comes from the leaves that they used in cooking. Seasonings, on the other hand, are all herbs and spices blended and combined to create a new dimension of flavor to a dish. Discuss how to prepare a stock. All you need to do is to prepare all the necessary ingredients, boil for a couple of minutes, and let it simmer until they reach the right flavor suited to enhance the flavor of a certain dish. Make sure all the scums at the surface will be removed. Let's proceed to your activity 1. Direction. Identify the types of stock in a given statement. Write your answer in your answer sheet. Number 1. It is made up of tanige and maya-maya bones. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is fish stock. Number 2. Meat bones are baked first until it becomes brown before added to the stock. So I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is brown stock. Number 3. It is made up of beef or veal bones. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is white stock. Number 4. It is a combination of coarsely chopped onions, carrots, and celery used to flavor stocks. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, the correct answer is mirepoix. Number 5. Bird's breast, neck, and legs can be used for making this stock. So I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is chicken stock. Congratulations, grade 10 for a job well done. For your activity 2, direction. Identify the following aromatics and flavorings, whether they use as a spice, herbs, or seasonings. Number 1. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is herbs. Number 2. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is spice. Number 3. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is seasonings. Number 4. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is spice. Number 5. I'll give you 5 seconds to write down your answer. The correct answer is herbs. Congratulations, grade 10. Keep it up.
Preparing stocks. Disclaimer. No copyright infringement is intended. I do not own the audio or the clips in this video. They belong to the rightful owner.
Instead ka gumagamit ng tubig, ginagamit mo yung sabaw na pinaglagaan kasi mas malasa ito. Hindi lang ito mas malasa, kundi mas masustansya. So, yung kung iisipin mo, dahil na pinakuluan mo yung mga buto-buto, kagaya dito, meron tayong mga buto-buto ng manok, may konti kong paan ng manok, yun siya, yung mga vegetables, na pupunta sa tubig. Pag pinakuluan mo yung mga sangkap mo dun sa tubig, unti-unting nalilipat galing sa sahog mo dun sa tubig, hindi lang yung lasa, pati yung nutrients niya. So, chicken stock yung gagawin natin. So, meron akong buto-buto dito ng manok, galing sa pinag-fillet. Then, meron ako ng tinatawag nating Adidas, di ba? Then, meron akong onions, meron akong carrots, meron akong leeks. So, very basic, very neutral flavors yung ginagamit natin. Ilalagay natin sa isang pot, no? At papakuluan. So, meron ako dito na kumukulo na siya ng ilang mga eto, sobra na to na isang oras. So, nakikita mo, nagbago na yung kulay ng ating sabaw, no? Wala siyang asin. Wala siyang asin, wala siyang panimpla, wala siyang pepper. It's just yung basic ingredients natin. So, kung may mga konting scam, unti-unti mo siyang tatanggalin. Ideally, pag kumulo na siya ng ganito, pahinaan mo na siya ng konti. Pero ideally, ayaw mo talaga siyang kumulo na yung sobrang lakas ng kulo. Dapat ganun lang yung kulo niya, yung buga niya. So, ito kumulo na yung ating stock, then papahinaan na natin yung ating apoy para it will settle into a low simmer. So, pansin nyo, galing sa sobrang laking kulo, medyo mahina na yung kulo natin. At ayaan lang natin siya for at least 45 minutes to 1 hour hanggang makuha na natin yung katas ng ating bones and vegetables. Yan. And also, remember, pag nagpapakulo tayo ng stock, gumagawa tayo ng stock, we start from cold water or tap water hanggang uminit. Huwag tayong magpakulo ng tubig at ilalagay natin yung mga vegetables at saka bones natin. So, you wash the bones thoroughly na wala ng mga dugo-dugo or whatever. Then after, you put it in a pot with the water, i-on mo yung apoy, pakuluan mo, pag kumulo na siya, pahinaan mo na siya agad. And remove all the scum so that you have a clear stock. So, the more bones that you put in your stock, the more flavorful. Hindi pwedeng gagawa ka ng 10 litro, then yung buto-buto mo sobrang katiting. So, more bones, lesser water to have an intense stock. So, pwede mo na siyang i-dilute, dadagdagan mo lang ng tubig para magamit mo ng maraming beses. And ito siya, pwede mo din siyang ma-freeze. In case gumawa ka, i-freeze mo, and you can use it at some other time. Hindi mo kailangan ubusin agad-agad. Ito yung gamitin mo kasi hindi lang siya pag nagdaglasa, pang dagdag sustansya pa rin siya.
Let's proceed to your performance task. Direction. With the guidance of your parents or guardian, you need to create your own stocks. Follow the guidelines in preparing stocks. Document the step-by-step procedures and attach it to your task sheet.
Here's your rubrics for your task sheet. Good luck, grade 10 for your task.
To sum it up, in our current situation, what kind of stock do you prefer to use in creating your own dish?
As pandemic strikes, we are all dealing with our limited resources to sustain our daily needs, especially in preparing our foods served in our own table. A simple dish will do. An example of that is sarsyadong isda or tilapia. Instead of using water, you may use a fish stock that will enhance more the flavor of your chosen dish.
Let's test your knowledge if you have something learned in our lesson. Prepare for your post-test.
Direction. Read the following statements below. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. It is a flavorful liquid made by simmering meaty bones and vegetables with herbs and spices until flavor is extracted. Letter A, glaze. Letter B, stock. Letter C, sauce. Letter D, water. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. Number 2 question. What kind of stock uses fish as its main ingredients? Letter A, brown stock. Letter B, fish stock. Letter C, glazed viand. Letter D, ham stock. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. Number 3. As a rule, which of the following should not be added to the stock because it may cause saltiness? A, MSG. B, salt. C, spices. D, sugar. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. Number 4. If Christine will use chicken bone as its main ingredients, what kind of stock will she produce? A, fish stock. B, salt. C, spices. D, chicken stock. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. 5. It is a bundle of fresh herbs added to a stock to enhance its flavor and aroma. A, bones. B, bouquet garni. C, mirepoix. Letter D, scraps. I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer.
For your assignment, read the following questions carefully. Write down your answer in your answer sheet. What is soup? What are those classification of soup? So much for listening. I hope you will learn something new in this lesson. You may impart this knowledge to your parents and guardians as you prepare your stocks in your every dishes.